Hello, Commander Shikikans and Marjus. My name's Orbzilla, and welcome back to How to Build Your Ship Girl. So, as you know, for the last video, with the Bennington, how to build your Bennington, the Garu, I'm going to do another Eagle Union ship girl that was introduced in the 8th anniversary, as you all know. And today, we are going to look at Collett, a Allen M Sumner class. Allen M Sumner class. So, Sumner's a sister, so she's the little sister of the sibling, as you all know. So we are going to go ahead and look at her skills, how she plays, how she defies, you know, and other than that, how can she support her teammates, as you know, the gear we're going to look at, and her history. That is a big if she existed or not, but I think it's like a little bit fictional, but we will see in the meantime. So we are going to go look at her skills right now. So the first skill is called Data Stream Smasher. So I got it up to level 7, but the other ones, except for the Assault Out, does not require to be leveled up, as you know. So, oops, don't mean to do that. Collett. She's real. Okay, good. Right, so Data Stream Smasher increases the ship's firepower and accuracy by 16.6%. Every 15 seconds, performs intel lock on random enemy, prioritizing humanoid enemies, and fires a level 7, so level 7, that's what I got. If it was level 1, I don't think it will do that much damage. Level 7 Special Barrage, damage is based on skills level. Intel lock makes the target and all the other enemies within 30 units of it take increased damage from Eagle Union Vanguard ships by 7% for 8 seconds. Not bad. Increases firepower, accuracy by 16.6%. This is not even maxed out. That's really good for certain ships you want to put on the build. And it performs intel lock on a random enemy for 15 seconds, prioritizing humanoid enemies. So humanoid siren ships, essentially. So that's really, really good. And what else? Intel lock makes the target and all other enemies within 30 units of it take increased damage. So it takes increased damage from the Eagle Union Vanguard ships by 7%. So it's basically giving herself a huge buff. And yeah, she's giving herself a huge buff, so she could be a more reliable player to others, so she could stay alive. That's the Sumner class for you. Next skill. Sky High Security. Increase the ship's evasive and ASW by 10%. While the ship is afloat, decrease damage taken by allied CV and CVL by 1%. At the start of the battle, if this ship has the highest AA amongst your Vanguard, increases all other Vanguard ships' AA by 5%, otherwise increases this ship's AA by 15%. Increases her evasive, and if I'm not wrong, ASW. Submarine, right, makes more sense, okay, understandable. So increases the evasive and the submarine by 10%. So increases the evading and more damage to the submarines if it gets on a lock-on target. And if the ship stays afloat, it increases damage taken by allied CV and CVL, so aircraft carriers and light cruisers or heavy cruisers, by 1%. And if she's still if this ship has the highest AA amongst your Vanguard, so the Vanguard you picked, your fleet, your flagship, it increases all the other Vanguard ship by 5%, or if it otherwise, it increases herself by 15%. So it's good for if you're doing a build with carriers and CVs, like cruisers, heavy cruisers. So that's good if you want to put her on in your team. That way it shows that Collett's skill for the sky high security supports the cruisers. I think if you put San Diego on it, that makes it like 10 times worse because of how good her AAs were during the days. And obviously, as the last skill, All Out Assault 1 activates All Out Assault 1 Collett once every 15 times the main guns are fired. So a little bit mixed. Her skills are not too bad, obviously when she's a little bit tired, and she's a gamer and programmer. Gamer like us as well, as you all know. But let me take you over to the build. The build that the gear I put. So obviously her main gun is the twin 127mm metric meters, or meters metrics, whichever one, Mark 12 dual purpose gun. So that's the principle of the Sumner class. Her 533 metric meters quintuple torpedo. Obviously not appropriate for this one, but it's the one I could find. The 105 metric meters SKC /33. And also you get a free auxiliary for Collett called Era 15, I think it is. Don't know Roman numerals, but I think that's what it is. So obviously when equipped by Collett, 13 seconds after the battle starts, randomly targets one enemy and reduces its speed to 0 for 1.3 seconds. Not bad, really disgusting to have that. And also put the pure oxygen torpedo. I think it shouldn't be, I don't think she needs it, but I think it's either high performance hydraulic steering. I think she needs that, I think, but it depends how she plays out. So yeah, that's the recommended build that I would put on for her. So obviously the formation team, let's go over to that. That's the team that I'm running with, same ones. I think you all saw in the how to build your Garo Bennington, but I switched Bennington out to Constellation, so it's all the same, nothing else. Should I put some cats in there? Meowsos? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's really assigned by submarine. Okay, we'll pick one. We will pick one. Don't you worry. Wait, hold on. What does she do? Oh, it's up here. Yeah. Oh, it tells you what's worse, what's bad. Okay, that's good. Everything's HE, okay. Okay. Oh, she's already assigned. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. Not complaining. Alright. Let's take her to battle. So we'll start off something easy, then we'll go a little bit harder. Let's go with 8 of the 4. So choose the fleet. Clear this one out. Right, let's go. Auto search is off. This is just a warm up. We're going to see how she plays out and supports her teammate. So we're going to observe her, see how she does and how she supports with the skills we read out. Not bad. Not bad for the first one. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Let's do battleship. Let's see how she plays out. Doing good. What's the damage output? Okay, 5k, okay. Still easy round. She's emanating blue glow, also the rest of her teammates are red. Interesting. Constellation takes the spot. Okay. Doing good so far. Very good. New Jersey takes the spot. Oh, very mean. There's the one that let me pass. I see how it is. Okay. Let's see what the boss will do. This will change a little bit. Alright, here we go. Well, that was too fast. From my understanding, she's not bad. Oh, let's do a little bit hard one. That's too generous. Let's do this one. Okay. This will struggle a little bit, but it's just all about testing, see how it is, and if it's worth in your team, on your fleet. Mm, 6k damage. Could be better. She does have potential. Ooh. Aircraft carrier. Let's do that. Yeah, that's a good damage right there. Average a little bit, if it's not fully starred. 10k, not too shabby. That's really good. She's trying a little bit. Destroyer. So she does give a boost, because obviously one of her skills. I think it's Sky High. Never mind, no submarines today. Destroy it again. Yeah, I think I know what she needs. That facial expression. Interesting. So how's everyone's day been going? We're almost end of August. Oof, time's flying super fast. It feels like 8th anniversary never actually ended, but still keeps going. Goodness. It's something, isn't it? But what do you expect? Time's gonna go really fast. Everything needs to slow down a little bit, you know? Oh, there's her all-out assault. That looks interesting. Oh, probably was, Gunham. Oh. Okay, since that was a little bit of a tough battle. Progress, I think? 4K. Yeah, we'll take it. Alright, let's give you this. So you are battle worthy. Put the submarines out so they can help. Oh, Collett died. Oh, she sunk. Ooh, Laffy died. She sunk. Well, that was barely. My goodness. So that was the hard mode. She's somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that was something, I will say. Oh, hello, sushi. So, what do I think? She can be improved a little bit. I think going to like Gear Lab, looking at the DD, this could be very beneficial for her. The prototype twin, 137. And service torpedoes really could be this one more upgradable. Quadruple torpedo. Prototype a little bit. More upgradable, but other her auxiliary, those can be very improved. because I don't think she needs the pure oxygen torpedo. Oh, it needs to expand. Oh, no. I don't want to put that. We'll sort it out. Let's see. The click of the buttons. Clickety-click. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Alright, unequip that. Yeah, I think high performance hydraulic steering could be best for her. That way it shows her more power, but I want to do a little pet talk a little bit. But what did everyone think about the new Azur Lane Slow Ahead Season 2, the new episode that came out? To me, in my honest opinion, it looked really great. Seeing Janos, Jervis, and especially the holy sin of all them time, Implacable. Yeah, but seeing Janos and Jervis for the first time in not seeing much ship girls because there's a bunch of them, but seeing them meet them for the first time and seeing how they act, it's funny. They're very, very both funny, and especially when Janos is the new secretary for the commander, going to his office, but she ran into Z23 and Laffy taking care of Meowsers, as you know. It's quite funny, you know. Isn't that something else? But also going back to more of it, first time seeing Implacable, oh my goodness. Lord forgive me, I have sinned. But they did a lot of details, and especially introducing her to when she was inside the church. And obviously I'm sorry for the spoils, if none of you watched it, I do apologise. You could just skip it if you want. But seeing Javelin and all her other friends praying, like saying what they sinned, Javelin be like, I eaten twice the snacks, but I don't think that could be a sin. That's fine, as long as you don't overdo it. But yeah, and Ayanami and Laffy praying as well. Ayanami's being like, I'm been playing too much games and all that. It's like, understandable. You're a gamer. We're all gamers. We all been that way. And I think Laffy said about something about sleeping. I mean, that's a heavy sin. One of the 7 deadly sins of sloth. But Nimi, I don't. Z23, I don't think she had any. But Janos prayed a little bit. I think trying to get her hopes up, and Jervis obviously being like herself and caring for the commander. I think it was. I did watch it yesterday. It was very interesting. But who knows? I hope all of you enjoyed that Slow Ahead Season 2. But the next episode, I think this one's going to be a little bit more spicy, because we're going to meet the third fluff, Shinano. The IGN Shinano. Yes, we'll be seeing her for the first time in our Azur Lane in the anime. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this Slow Ahead Season 2. It is getting very spicy. I hope they start making more of that, and especially Season 2 of the actual Azur Lane, you know? When Enterprise bid us farewell, and hopefully then no announcements yet, since it's been very long, as you know. But yeah, that's my pep talk. Just want to tell you all that. How is it and all that. But Collett. Right, so Collett. So obviously I talked about the bills, so now we're going to go to her actual history. So obviously she was made in real life. So she was a World War II era Allen M Sumner class destroyer in service of the United States Navy. So she was namesake of John A. Collett, and she was laid down in 11th October 1943, launched in 5th of March 1944, commissioned in 16th of May 1944, decommissioned in 18th of December 1970, and she was unfortunately stricken 1st of February 1974. And her identification, she was DD 730, if I'm not wrong. That's the skin, you numbnut. Actually no, it does say it. So she's a... no, it doesn't say it apparently. What about the archive? Does it say anything about her? On the details? No. None. Okay, right, that's fine. But her unfortunate fate, she was sold to Argentina on 4th of June 1974, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, but she was there, but she was acquired from there, commissioned in 1974, decommissioned on 1985, stricken on the same day, and her fate, unfortunately, she was sunk by a missile in naval exercise in 1988. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So obviously, the namesake of that ship, so Collett, John Austin Collett, born on 31st of March 1908 in Omaha, Nebraska. He was graduated in the United States Naval Academy in 1929, and he was killed in action during the Battle of Santa Cruz Island on 26 October 1942 while commanding Torpedo Squadron 10 on the USS Enterprise. So obviously Collett was launched by Bath Iron Works Corp, and obviously being sponsored by Miss C.C. Bunham as a proxy, and they named the ship they named the ship of Collett, also with Commander James D. Collett, the brother of Collett in command. So with her services, obviously she was in World War II, pre-World War II, fought on Korean War, as you all know. So her second tour to Korean War from 18th of June to 51 to 52. Later on she was in the Vietnam War, following the repairs in 1961. She was home ported in Yokosuka, Japan, 62 and 64 in the 7th Fleet. Obviously whilst being there, she was taken under fire by North Vietnamese shores batteries on 5 occasions. Also the American vessels served with Her Majesty's Australian ship Perth and Hobart of the Royal Australian Navy. So they were there as well, obviously. But unfortunately, when she was stricken and sold off to Argentina, obviously they needed ships. They were purchased by Argentina as a supply of spare parts for other ship, towed from San Diego to Puerto Belgrano. But Collett was found to be in a good condition to be worth rehabilitating. So, and obviously she was in the Falklands War, unfortunately, because of Argentina taking over the small island that belonged to them, but it belonged to the British. They promised the British to give them back for however years it was, but the British did not take this kindly and send out an all-squadron attack because Argentina thinks Britain was not powerful enough because of its mighty fleet. Obviously they were mighty as well. Obviously British attack submarine HMS Conqueror, and she was sunk by decommissioning by fate by a submarine missile by MM-38 missile fired by the newly commissioned Aspora. So yeah, that's history of Collett. But thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Which ship do you want to see from your favourite ship girl? From the 8th anniversary of Eagle Union Ship Girls, or the other one? So as always, I'll see you all next time. May Azur Lane bless you. Ciao.